Here's how to install and use this like and subscribe motion graphics template. Inside Premiere Pro, we can go up to Graphics and Titles, Install Motion Graphics Template, or if you were to go to your Essential Graphics window, underneath Browse, down here in the bottom right is an icon called Install Motion Graphics Template. I'm going to click this one. Navigate to wherever you downloaded and unzip the files, and we're going to look for these .mogrt or Mogrt files. I'm going to do this action twice. So right here I have the dark mode. I'll click on that, hit open, and then I'm going to do it one more time for my light mode animation and hit open. Inside your library, you may not see anything because it's buried within all of these other Mogrt files that came with Premiere Pro. It's simple enough to find if you just look up subscribe, like this. And here are the two motion graphic templates. For this example, I'll use the light mode version, just pull it onto the sequence, and here is what it looks like. We have a blank profile picture, which we can replace by going up to this little menu bar system right here inside the Essential Graphics window under Edit, hit Replace in Finder or Explorer, depending on whether you're in Windows or Mac. Here I have my profile picture. I'll just hit Open. And right off the bat, you'll see that it's a little off-centered. So to adjust the framing, we could use these X and Y down here, but I don't think that's as simple as if you were to just double-click the picture, click on your program monitor, and once your program monitor is highlighted, it brings up this little sizing and framing widget. Right here, I can move my clip around, and I can also scale up the profile picture like so. You do also have the option to rotate, but I don't need to do that with this one. And once everything is all said and done, I can go over here to hit close, or you could go right back to your sequence. But for this, I'm going to hit close, so it goes back to my sequence, and there's my profile picture as I would like it to be. Now, if you want to move this around the frame, just treat it like any normal clip. Once you click on it, just go over to your effects controls window, and you can change the position, scale, rotation, anything that you would do with a normal clip, you would do over here in this part. I've also given you the option to remove the background, and you can also change the color of the background to whatever you want to. One neat feature of this template is that it has responsive design, meaning that if I were to click and drag the end of this to make the template longer, it will have the same animation in, but it will keep up on the frame and then animate out wherever your out point is. So if I move this over here, again, it will move all of that animation with your out point. If I want to move the beginning of it to about right here, it'll move the animation with it. So you don't have to worry about making cuts and adding hold frames. You can just move the beginning and ending wherever you want to, and the animations will go along with it. Now, the animation itself in the beginning is about 3 seconds, and there's about a half a second animation on the end. If you were to squeeze this into each other, it will make it faster, like so. But once you get beyond that about 3 second mark, that's when it will animate on, hold inside the frame, and then animate off wherever you put the out point. This also works with ripple trimming. So if I were to move my playhead right here, then ripple trim to the next edit like so, it will take the animation with it. So right here, it animates out. What you don't want to do is create a cut. So if I create a cut like this, it will then get rid of the animation at the end. So notice how I created a cut and deleted the end. Now it won't have that animation out. So if you do want to shorten or lengthen this animation, it's easy enough to do, but just remember to click and drag the ends of the clip instead of creating a cut and deleting something. Now, just to show you, I'll go back over to this vertical video, and I'll go back to browse, and I'll bring in the dark mode version. And this is what it looks like when I bring it into a vertical video. Not that big of a deal. I can just hit scale down like this. And another way that you can replace your profile pic is if I were to go to my project bin, all you need to do is just click and drag over the replace profile pic. There's that one. I could also click and drag this old school photo of myself from 8th grade. I'm going to move this into spot, scale it up like so, and then go back to my previous sequence. And now I'll go to my effects controls, move it down. Maybe I'll move it up here like so, and maybe I'll make it 60 scale. And because it is kind of bogging down Premiere Pro, I'm going to hit the question or / key to create my in and out. And then I'll hold shift and return to render my ins and outs. Because this is a much bigger photo, it's kind of bogging down the motion graphics template, but I do want to show you this because I don't want to give you false expectations of if you are using really big files to put inside the picture right here. And speaking of video, another thing you could do is actually replace this with footage instead of a picture and look for a good spot. And for some reason, if you wanted to put a video of yourself talking to a camera as the icon up here, you could. And that's kind of what it would look like. That's kind of neat, right? If you made it a little bit longer, like so, I could just click inside here again, and it would respond to that. Everything in this striped spot is not shown, and everything right here is shown. So that's another option for you if you would like to put a video in here instead of a photo. And that's how you would use this like and subscribe animation inside Premiere Pro as a motion graphics template.